Hello and welcome. Today is a very interesting subject. Today I'm going to answer your questions. The questions some of them I got a long time ago, but I collected a few of them and I wanted to answer them. Now, they just in no particular order, just something I put together, and I shorten them a little bit, but still I will try to answer them as many as I can. Some questions, obviously, you know me, I answer them in private, but I think some questions like these ones could be beneficial for everybody, and therefore I want to address them and I want to answer them. So let's start with the with the easy one. So they are from different videos. So obviously they're all different, but still. I will try to answer them, and I will tell which video to watch if you want to kind of dive deeper. The first one is, and I actually answered this question because I did put a whole video on it. So it was from the video Healing the Betrayal, and one of you asked, well, not asked, but so a man would cheat on you and you would just move on, wouldn't you do something to revenge? And I already put the whole video, revenge in a feminine way, but just in 2 words, so not to repeat myself, I would revenge it differently. As a feminine woman, I could not plot some kind of masculine revenge. So what I would do, I would basically neutralize the energy, and I would start affirming and thinking differently about him, about me, about the relationship. I would find something good, and I would make sure that my focus is only on our happiness and how good we are for each other, like that. So and he would come back to me. I know he will, because the energy would even. If you want to watch that video about the revenge a feminine way, please do it, because in that whole 1-hour video I explain how the energy works and how to take revenge you need to switch the energy. Plotting, fighting, it will give you only a momentarily satisfaction. It would not really make you happy in the long run. Even if it will make you happy, you still will always be cautious, because you would be expecting something from others. So no, if a man would cheat on me, I would first of all, I wouldn't, but if I would decide to make some kind of revenge, I would do it this way. All right. Again, I'm not going to repeat myself, right? So another one was about from a video, Make Your Man a Provider. And the question is, my man works. So in that video, I basically said that your man can become wealthy and can provide and can do more for you if you change your energy and your approach towards him. So the question was, my man works 9 to 5 for the government agency. How can it even be possible for him to make more money to provide? It's hard for me to believe that he can be a better provider when his salary is set. And I understand you, but when I read it, I would even say that your beliefs, and you know that because I answered you in private, your beliefs are basically blocking your man from making more money. I have a friend, she works for a government agency just like your husband, I think, from our conversation. And just in the last 4 years, her salary almost tripled. Yes, of course, she had to change the positions, obviously, but she was able to move around. She had to take some exams, she had to take this and this. But what I want to say is, even in a set environment, there is always some kind of opportunities to get a little more income, to get some kind of bonuses. Now, I also work for corporate world, and yeah, I had a fixed salary, but yeah, I was able to do the bonuses. The thing is that once you will start believing that your man can provide something, can really contribute to you, once you will start expanding your energy field, your demands will become bigger for the life, not for man, for life itself. Your man will start getting some kind of opportunity. Maybe he will become more risky, or maybe somebody will offer him a different job, or maybe he will start doing risky investments or something like that, or maybe he will offer to buy an investment property for extra income, something like that. You will see it's all inside of you. You think that it's not possible, it is possible. I saw it's happening. I saw it happening actually quite often. I also saw the opposite effect when a woman really was so afraid that her man will start making a lot of money and will eventually leave her, that her man would catapult back into not making good money. That even happened to me with one of my men when he started having troubles in his business, and lucky for him and for me, I guess, that he was able to kind of distance himself from me and give me time to adjust to his rapid income growth. I mean, eventually we did broke up, but still, at least he didn't lose his wealth. So basically, you need to understand, it all depends on you. A man is just a reflection of your masculinity. If you believe your masculinity can provide the world for you, the masculinity outside will provide the world for you. If you don't believe in that, then the masculinity will reflect, will always worry, will always try to, will always complain, will always find reasons that it could not be doing. So it has nothing to do with the man. Who knows, if you will really believe that you deserve everything and that you can have more, you might even get a different man. I'm not sure how attached you are to this one, but or this one can change. You will see it works in a very interesting situation. Also, I want to tell you, we receive men that correspond to our needs right now. So if your needs are very limited, you get a man that has limited income. That's why I always tell, ask for more, ask for big things, so the man will be actually successful and successful and wealthy and generous and stuff like that. If you will be only, well, I don't need much, that's fine, you know, my clothes is still good, I don't need new clothes, your man will start having problems, maybe you will have a smaller bonus or something like that. As I told you, I work in finances, I worked with men. There was not one man that would ever complain about their high maintenance women, nobody. Usually they were loving their woman and they were praising them very much. I actually had a colleague who had a very high maintenance wife. Then they grew apart and separated or something, got divorced, and he started dating somebody who was not as high maintenance, and he was not happy with her because she was not this high maintenance. He started losing money, his bonuses were not as high, and he basically stopped dating her. I think he did it intuitively, but still it really helped him. So the income of your man depends solely on your beliefs, on your desires and your wishes. If you want your man to make more money, then believe that the world is your your giver, so to say. So and just demand. You can tell your man who is working 9 to 5 and on a set salary that, look, we need to start looking into buying some kind of maybe a cabin somewhere in the mountains for the weekends or something like that. And the guy will obviously laugh at you and be like, yeah, sure, dream on. But the seed will stay in his head and in your head, and your boss will start thinking about, maybe it's possible, maybe we can pull it together. So don't really look at what your man makes now. That could change at any moment, especially if it's a masculine man. Masculinity changes so fast you wouldn't even be able to notice. All right, the next question is, what is the easiest way to activate all energy centers? That was the question under one of those. If you didn't watch, I did the videos about every energy center, all seven energy centers, and so the easiest way to activate them, because maybe somebody doesn't have enough time to work with every single one. Ideally, they all should work perfectly together, and you should feel like they all should be developed. You know, yes, you can work on your pleasure, on your second chakra, just to get the if you feel that your life is lacking the pleasure, the excitement, you can work on that a little bit. Or you can work on your third chakra if you feel like there is no actions, nothing is going on. But ideally, all your 7 chakras should be equally developed. It's just normal. That's how the whole body should work. So to activate them all, you can breathe with your whole body. Imagine that your whole body is one cell. and just breathe it in. Like, let's even do it right now together. So breathe in on 5 with your whole body. Imagine your body is one cell. And then breathe out on 5. So the air comes in into all your pores, and comes out from all your pores. This is how you activate the whole body at once. I would do such breathing for 5 minutes. I do square breathing, 10 counts in, 10 counts hold, 10 counts out, and 10 counts hold. That would activate all your 7 energy centers at once. Now, if you have blocks somewhere, it would be hard for you. For example, if you have a block in your heart chakra, you will feel like there is a tension, like something is pressuring you when you try to breathe with your whole body. When I was developing my energy centers, it was a little hard for me because some of them were not as developed. But little by little you will be able. But this is the easiest way. And another one, do the pleasure meditation that I sent it to you. But for those of you who are listening, the pleasure meditation, I am pleasure. This is the one. It's actually step-by-step guided meditation. I say, I basically, in that meditation, those 20 minutes, you activate all 7 of them. You just need to follow my voice and do exactly what I say, and you will be able to do that. That's also easy. I mean, that's only 20 minutes and you will feel amazing. All right, so the next one is, why is my man not communicating? I tell him something and he agrees, but doesn't do. So there was like a long story before that. I just shortened it up. So something like, if a man makes, so for example, I talk to, I just don't want to reveal the identity of the person, but so for example, if I spoke to a man and he agreed to not do something, and then he continued doing it, like why is he not? So the question is how to communicate with him so he would keep his promises. Let me tell you something. Men are very linear. They're action and result focused. So they're focused only on one thing, the actions and the results. Conversations and talking is basically noise for them. If you are very masculine, you understand what I'm talking about. They need to do some kind of actions, and they need to see some kind of results. If those actions do not bring results, they just change the actions kind of. So you need to speak to men in their own language. For example, I will give you my example. I don't like a word babe. I just don't like it. So I was talking to the guy for a few days, and he would sometimes call me babe, and I don't like it. Like it's soulless. There's nothing in this word. And one time he wrote to me a text message and he said babe, and I said, please don't call me babe. I don't like it. I told you that. And he's like, okay. And then we continue the conversation. He's like, babe, like something again. So I put an emoji, like a sad one. And he wrote to me, why are you sad? I didn't answer anymore. And he understand. You see, when he called me babe and I told him not to call me babe, but I didn't do nothing, I still continued the conversation. For him, whatever I'm telling you over there is just noise. When I stopped answering, when I stopped communicating with him, he understood, he knew there was a result, there was an action, there was a result, there was a consequence, you see. So he didn't answer, he didn't talk to me for the next day, but then he missed me, he missed my energy, and he wrote to me the next day, Anastasia, and a smiley. You see, this is what it is. You can talk all you want to a man, but it's only your actions that are speaking really much louder than your words. So for example, obviously you could not be slamming the door on the guy every time he does something, but you can distance yourself a little bit. You can do certain things. For example, you have a birthday coming up, and you expect a present from your man, and he didn't bought your present, he didn't give you an explanation, he just believes that there is just no need for a present for some reason. And you basically ask him, well, where is my present? And so if you will not say nothing, he would not even remember that he should buy your present. But if you will address, and then you're like, hey, it's my birthday, do you want to give me a present? And he will be, maybe he's like, yeah, we'll do in some, well, it comes off weird because I don't know in what kind of world a man could not give a present for birthday. But let's imagine he said, yeah, we'll give it to you next month when the money situation will be better. And you will be like, oh, okay, that's fine. So then what you do, you basically, you buy something yourself, or maybe you receive flowers from an admirer or something. So the man needs to see that his actions has consequences. You see, you talking and not doing nothing will not really bring any kind of results. Men are not thinking like this. It's women that are thinking, that are analyzing. Men are not. They need to see. Like in Healing the Betrayal, I told you, no, not in Healing the Betrayal, in Revenge the Feminine Way, I told you, if you decide to forgive a man, make sure ask him for a present, because he doesn't like to stay in debt, and you obviously don't want him to feel indebted. The same way, a man needs to know there are consequences, and those consequences have to really hit him somewhat hard. Like me, I wouldn't talk to the guy that does not respect my my idea of not being called babe. I'm not going to give him my energy. If he doesn't respect that, then I will remove my energy. I understand that this is just a random guy. Now, if this would be my husband, it would be a little awkward to kind of remove myself for a couple of days from his presence. But still, there is some things that you can do. And basically, men understand actions. They don't understand words. This is, I don't even think, I think this is pretty known. Remember, masculinity is linear. The more masculine the man is, the more linear he is. Like, for example, when you're arguing with the masculine man, don't argue. Just stay quiet, and you will see how fast he will turn around. If you start arguing, he will argue more, he will win. He needs to understand that his actions will have consequences. All right. Okay, this question, I don't remember where it came from, but still. No, not like this. I don't remember from which video did this question came from, but something like, should we date down? Do you really believe that that there could be a relationship with the guy that is handsome and successful? So basically the question was, I will sum it up. The question was, if you want to be with somebody rich, does he has to be like somewhat maybe older, or maybe not as handsome or something? Do you need to choose, basically? No, I don't believe in that. I believe that we are dating according to our standards. Maybe for somebody who is not very wealthy, a wealthy man is an advantage. But for somebody who is wealthy, a wealthy man is just a normal thing. Like me, I live in United States, I live in Miami. A man that has couple properties is already a millionaire. So it's not like there is a few only millionaires. There's a lot of millionaires. Any man that has 2-3 properties is a millionaire. And I am not so young, I would say, so I can tell you, all men my age have a few properties. So, I mean, I date millionaires, but why? Because it's just where I live. It's just my standards. It has nothing really to do. I don't believe that a guy that has a lot of money, he's somebody like something special. Now, yes, obviously it's an accomplishment. He has to be very diligent. The same like having a beautiful body. It's work that he put in. So I admire him for that. But I don't believe that he's above me just because he has a couple properties. So I do believe that that you can have a handsome, young, successful, generous, whatever you put in a man. Now, what I also believe is that you date according to your standards and your beliefs. Now, raise your standards and you will have everything. Yeah, that's what exactly I put. So if you believe that a man with two properties is something unachievable and you could not hope for him, you just hope that you need to be somewhat, I don't know, maybe younger, maybe more beautiful or something to have a man like this. I mean, it's not, the problem is not in man, the problem is in you. You don't believe that you could be that. But truthfully, you can have everything and everybody as long as you believe in that. And I mean, I am myself that, and I have obviously proof, and my friends are all well off, and you know, like well off with with men that are doing good, that are some successful. I mean, according to our standards, successful and wealthy, and they all date well. So I don't believe, and also I would not advise somebody to date somebody who is much older or much younger. I would really consider that. Like me, I'm I'm not that young, but I would not go over 45, a man over 45, and I would not go to men that are younger than 30. That would be a little too much. So this is more important. But luckily for me, the men in my age group are right now handsome, successful, and wealthy. So I have no problem. You really just need to believe in your own standards. That's all. You can have everything. You can have. Just don't make it so unachievable. Don't believe that if a man has a couple $1 million in his investment account, he's somebody, he's a god. He's not. He's just a man that has a little money. That's all. All right. Yeah, this one is really nice. There's actually two of them. So the first question was, it was in one of those videos about either about gold digging or about let man give you anything you want, but something. I'm afraid I will look like a beggar asking for something. So there was a story before that, before the question. I only wrote questions here. The story was something like, a woman basically decided to listen to my story and decided to try with her man, and she asked him for something. And he told her something like, don't you have your own money? And she said, yes, I do, but it would be nice if you would give it to me. And he said, okay, I will consider. And she didn't approach him again because she feels like she's a beggar. All right, this is just your opinion and your beliefs. And your beliefs are wrong. A man will ask you for intimacy without thinking twice. Does he look like a beggar? No, he just expressed his wish. Up to you. You can give him access to your body. You don't have to. You can hug him or not hug. You know, I was not on a date. I was talking to a woman here, and she said, so I'm dating a guy, and he comes after work, and all he wants is for me to hug him, and we just cuddle, and that's it. I said, well, are you guys dating? I mean, who is he? and she said, no, but he just he likes to spend. I'm like, is he supporting you? why are you giving him, what is this, a charity case? And she's like, no, but he just he likes it, and I want to please him. I'm like, for what? Like, what is the outcome? I mean, do you want to marry him? And she's like, no, but he's really nice. So what I want to say is that man never feels shy, and masculine woman either. So masculinity never feels shy to ask for something. I mean, you would never shame a man because he asks to kiss you, or that he expects you to have, to be intimate with him. No, you never shame him, and nobody will ever shame him. It's just like, seems like normal case. It's up to you. You can say no, or yes, or, next, or whatever else you can do. But the point is that it's okay for men to ask something. Why is it not okay for women to ask something? Yes, I know we live in a masculine society in which being a gold digger is maybe frowned upon. But look, this is just an opinion that can be changed, and that's it. There's nothing wrong with that. As I said, I work with very successful men. I had clients that were very successful men. Not one of them ever said, I can't believe this girl asked me for something. Not one of them. Everybody always happy with their woman, and they're all very happy that the women are asking them for something. They are happy to be their providers, the heroes, the ones that are giving them presents, they really, really enjoy. Even the ones that are not married, that are maybe dating, they still love women that are asking. Men love women that are high maintenance. It's like having an expensive car. I mean, yes, it does need a lot of work. Well, not work, but it needs a nice garage. It needs a nice road. It needs a good maintenance. But still, you love it because the car is so beautiful. So don't feel like you're impudent. You're not. You're actually you making your man develop, and you develop yourself as a woman. Asking for something, expecting something is normal. Why it was so awkward for you, why did he answer you like that, is because you never did it, maybe. Or maybe you felt like this moment it was not appropriate. Maybe it's not your birthday and you basically and you just don't believe that you should ask for a present when there is no occasion. So something like that. It has nothing to do with you being a beggar. Nothing at all. Nothing. 2 weeks ago I was talking to this guy, and he's like, out of nowhere, he's like, are you a gold digger? And usually I would say yes I am, but at this time for some reason I didn't. So what I asked him, I said, are you just looking for free sex? And he's like, yes I am. I was like, the impudence, and I didn't tell him. So I'm like, I'll tell you more. I'm not only a gold digger, I'm teaching others to be a gold digger. Obviously it was already that's really not what I meant. But what I want to say is that he has no issues to write to absolute stranger and ask and tell me something like that. You see, he doesn't feel ashamed. He doesn't feel like a beggar. He feels like an entitled person. I mean, and I like really admire him for that. Obviously, I mean, I haven't even met with the guy. I didn't continue that conversation. But what I wanted to say is that this is just an opinion in our society, and we can change that opinion. There's nothing wrong with asking. The worst case scenario, the man will say no. Okay, so fine. The seed will still stay there, and then you will decide what to do next. So you can say something like, still hoping for that present. Or so, I mean, if this is the man that you are living with, something like that, or still dreaming about that bag, I'm not sure. Or if it's a guy you are not living together, then you can say something like, I think my present got lost somewhere in the mail. I've been waiting for it for a couple of weeks. So something like this, and it would be absolutely normal. You will see. Don't allow a man to discourage you. If you are inspired to receive presents from men, don't let a man discourage you. If not this one, there will be another one who will be giving you, as long as you are consistent and as long as you believe in yourself. I'm telling you this. I did it. And those men that didn't believe in gifting presents are gifting me presents. So it's not about the man, it's about you. Just be consistent with this, with your with expression of your desires. So you can say, you have to constantly desire something, constantly wanting something new. It's normal. It's normal. How can you live a life and not want nothing? Or not ask for nothing? That would be strange. Look, when you go on a date with the man, so you both go on a date and the guy will try to kiss you. The first date, or even more, he will try to invite you to his place for coffee. Obviously you will tell him no, probably, and he will be like, okay, he will take his no as a champ. But the next date he will also try something like this, and he will be more aggressive, and you probably will tell him no again. But in your head you will remember that if I want to stay with this man, I will have to give him a little love at one point, because you know that he's not going to be tolerating you for too long if there is no if he doesn't feel some kind of love. Now the same with the man. You can tell him, look, I want to get some flowers, and he's not sending you flowers, and the second time you tell him, where are my flowers? I didn't receive them yet. Yes, the man understands that he doesn't have to send you flowers, but if he wants to stay with you, He will have to show something. He will have to do something. Otherwise, you will just be like, okay, I guess not you. I guess somebody else will do. So, no, you're not a beggar. Don't think like that. And you're just very feminine, probably. Men do really appreciate the linear approach. So they appreciate that you tell them what you want and how to make you happy. It would be much better that you will tell what you want and how to make you happy than if you would be kind of shy to demand something, and then the man will not understand why you are unhappy, so to say. So try it again. It is normal. There's nothing wrong with that. And so the next one is even better. The relationship is all about getting something from a man. What if a man won't be able to provide flowers, presents? His income has limits. Exactly what I thought a long time ago. I thought, well, if I will be asking, at one point a man will have nothing to give. No. A man's income grows with your wants. He will probably upgrade, he will get other opportunities, he will get some kind of, I don't know, something just to match your wants. So if you want your man to be successful, then hurry up with your needs, with your desires, with your presence, with everything like that. If a man is, especially if it's a masculine man, you need to, doesn't mean that you're only asking him a presence, obviously not. You're in a relationship, so your main goal is to develop together, but you should not be afraid to express yourself and to ask something of this man. You see? Now, when you're intimate with the man, when you're like in the evening on the couch and your feet hurt, I mean, wouldn't you ask him to do you a little massage? You would not think twice about that, and he would gladly do it for you. So why is it out of the ordinary to ask him for flowers? I mean, it's the same thing as giving you a foot massage. I mean, this is you must understand that it's absolutely the same thing. And your wants will just remember, masculinity grows in challenge. Your wants will only make your man more successful. So no, relationship is not only about getting something from a man. That is not true. And if you think that your appetite will never be satisfied on gifts and flowers, you're mistaken. So you will get a couple gifts and then you will be like, okay, it would be like a normal thing. Don't think that you will be begging him every day for something new. No, I hardly ever meet women like this. Yeah, they ask for a few things, but we all have a limit. Maybe there is 10 items that we want, and then that's it, basically. So no, don't you worry. And asking a man for something is not a priority. The priority is basically to develop with the man. Again, I don't ask men that I don't like, don't admire, and not going to even talk to for something. I'm not, because what's the point? I ask men that I like and admire. I do. And the more I like a man, the more I ask. Why? Because I like him. I want to like him even more, and this is normal. He likes that I like to ask him, kind of like that. And our relationship is not about asking. No, of course not. Our relationship is about mutually growing together, mutually developing. But asking comes with that. I mean, he asked me for certain things. Who am I to say no? Or he can. If he wants to be in my good grace, he does something. So there's nothing wrong. The goal is to develop with the man, and satisfying mutual needs is one of those is one of the steps of mutual development. Would be very strange if I want to have flowers and I'm asking my man that I admire, and he will say no. I don't even know how is it possible. Worst case scenario, he will say, hey, can I give you my card and you will just order them for yourself? Or can you go buy them yourself? I'm very busy. Or can I order delivery or something like that? I mean, I just don't understand why a man would say no. Like, in what world? If a woman gives him everything he wants, and energy, this pleasure, the love, why would he say no to you? I just don't understand. This doesn't happen. Unless a woman obviously doesn't believe. So don't worry about his income. His income will grow with your desires. Unless his income is the only thing that interests you, then no, then he probably will start losing money. Or he will start feeling. Remember, we socialize energetically. A man gives to a woman that admires him, that wants him, that likes him. It's very hard for a man to give unless he wants to conquer you. Then he will be giving, and he knows you don't like him yet. But how long will that last? Ideally, it would be if you truly like him at least something in him. Okay, so we're off the gold digging subject. Remember, nothing wrong with being a gold digger, nothing wrong. And not everybody is going to be. You think you are like, I had clients who come to me and they're like, I want to be a gold digger. And then they fell in love and that's it. They already forgot about it. Gold digging is not for everybody. Don't you worry about that. Asking a man for a present here and there is not a gold digging. It's a norm. It's a real norm. Okay. Here's one more. I think I have doubts about myself and my age. Why would a successful hot man want me instead of somebody young? How many successful men choose young girls? I'm only hoping for somebody my own age. I don't know this who wrote this message. I don't know you at all, so I don't know how old you are. I'm not sure what I only hope for my own age means, but this is not true really. Men do like younger women sometimes because they are very vibrant. Their energy is vibrant. That's what they really want. But if you keep your energy vibrant, if you are really this happy and healthy, a man will choose you. I mean, look, I'm 40. But I have men my own age, and then I have men that are younger than me, and then I have men that are much younger than me, and they all kind of like me. So I am not I disagree with you that men love only women that are younger, because that's not true. I believe you have some kind of belief. When you were growing up, maybe you saw something, or maybe somebody put in that men prefer young or something. That's not true. Only maybe a very insecure man would prefer somebody younger, somebody skinny or something like that. Very insecure man. Secure men will want women their own age, or at least within their generation. Why? Because they need to speak to this woman. They need to bring this woman to meet their partners, their colleagues, their family. They want to be proud of that woman. They want to be proud of the connection they make. And the women who are much younger to them, they look a little funny, a little silly even to say. I will tell you my story. A long time ago, when I first moved to the United States, I was maybe at that time 20 or 21. And I was working in this restaurant. There was this man. He was I think the owner or the partner of the restaurant. So he started basically showing me some interest in me, but I was very young. At that time I wasn't even dating. He was, I think, in his 60s or so. So that man, he was showing interest in me. I only was flattered because somebody was really, it was not an easy time for me at that time, and somebody cared for me, so to say. I was flattered, and that somebody was not just a dishwasher or something, but he was somebody important. So I went on a couple dates with him, and on one of those dates, I don't know whether it was a joke or not, but somebody told him, "Is this your granddaughter?" And he was very embarrassed, I guess, and I don't know, he didn't answer nothing. I don't know, maybe it was a joke in between or something like that. But I will tell you, that man stopped pursuing me, and he actually settled for a woman that was 50 something. So you see, he stopped pursuing me, and he actually chose a woman that was much older than me, was not as slender as me at that time I was, and she was not as vibrant, but she was very classy, she was very sophisticated, very put together, and obviously at that time I was like, how could he? But right now I understand why he did that, because there was they were more interested. It was more interesting for him to socialize with her, to communicate with her, than it was maybe with me. And I don't blame him like that. So if you think that that successful men only want young women, no, that's not true. No, successful men want women that are for a serious relationship, that are somewhat like them. Now you have to be, though, you need to believe in yourself. You need to really trust and believe that you deserve that you are deserving of love no matter your age. Remember, the most expensive geishas are the oldest ones. The young geishas don't get that much money. It's the older ones that are really having getting the bank, because they already have their energy very saturated, very strong. They know what to talk about. They're very composed, they're calm, they're very beautiful, even though they're not as bright, maybe beautiful, but they're more sophisticated, beautiful, and they're well known. So they get really high, they're invited to the really good, like really amazing events, and they get paid really high amounts of money. I think some of those geishas are getting, like, just for 2 hours of their work, they get paid an average salary in Japan. So just for 2 hours of their presence. So if that doesn't motivate you, I'm not sure what will. You can be as desirable and as wanted at any age. And obviously me, like all of you, I also see maybe some changes in me and everything, but I do really enjoy myself, and I really do enjoy my body. I really do enjoy my energy, and I know that it's only within me to make myself desirable to the world, to man, and to everybody else. It's only within me. I am a piece of energy with my mind, with my consciousness, and it's up to me how that energy will look. We do age because we expect to age, but we don't have to age fast. Obviously, we can even slow the aging completely. It's really, really up to us. I even have a friend, and she says, I never thought I look young. I mean, I knew that I used to look like really young, but I always thought that I look my age. And she told me, I'm really inspired by you. So she started working with energy, because she said, I'm inspired by you. I want to look as useful as you do, in years to come. So what I want to say is, don't have doubts. It's all in your hands. I mean, obviously we can all choose to eat healthier, to exercise more, to skip on sugar, to skip on the alcohol, coffee, whatever else you taken over them. I know what I should skip on. We can work more on our energy to be more wholesome, to be more vibrant, and you will see that the man will be choosing you. I have no issues attracting men, and those men are not just regular men. So, and I am not a Barbie doll that is like 5'10". I'm 5'3", and it has nothing really to do with appearance. Fortunately for me, I'm beautiful, but it has nothing really to do with appearance. It has nothing to do with height, with age, with anything. It mostly has to do with the energy inside of you, the energy that you project outside. That's all, really, nothing else. Your age is just, I wouldn't say your age is just a number, but if you are insecure right now about your age, then you were insecure prior about something else. Age is just a stage. So maybe before you were insecure about your legs, or maybe you were insecure about your skin, and now you start being insecure about your age. Who knows, in a couple of years you'll be insecure about something else. It's the insecurity inside, and you just need to be insecure about something. I would really just work on your energy, and that would really help you to be more secure and more confident. That's it. I also wanted to mention, when I was in high school, I was a babysitter to this little boy. and I'm not sure, I hardly ever saw his mom, but I always saw his grandma. And his grandma was this woman, she was always put together. She was really already elderly. She was like, I think 85, but I really admired her because she had, so every week she had an appointment with the stylist, so her hair was always like put together. And then she always had manicure and pedicure, and she used to tell me all the time, I don't do it for others, I do it for myself and just enjoy myself like this. So even at 85, she had admirers. I remember, so her husband died when he was 60 or something, and she never did get married, but she always said, I always have admirers, and I always loved men, and men always loved me. I think she was my inspiration since then. And she said, but I don't do it for them, I do it for myself. And I think men love her because she's always that put together. I used to come take her grandchild for a walk, and then we would just hang out together. And she always was put together. She would never be, or even at home, she was always dressed nice. She had a light makeup on her face, and always looked after herself. So to sum it up, it has nothing to do with your age. Don't feel insecure, especially right now. My God, with all those with all the cosmetic procedures right now, you can stay young forever. But I do encourage you to work on your energy more. I don't have nothing yet. I don't say I wouldn't do it, but I do believe that everybody can age somewhat gracefully and stay as young as they want to. So that's it. And trust me, you will have men all the time your age, not your age. I mean, man my age doesn't even want anybody who is much younger. I mean, I don't even know a man that would prefer somebody who is super young. So don't be worried about that. All right, that's it on the questions. I do have a few more, but maybe I'll answer them next time in the next video, so to keep this one short. Again, I do hope I answered them. If you have follow-up questions, please do ask. If you know somebody who can benefit from this Q&A, send it to them. Please do like, follow, comment. I do really appreciate it all. And have an amazing day. And I see you in the next video. Bye, everybody. Enjoy your day.